Right, I'll just give you a quick look at the Kappa Mitts that we do in the sale. I really like mitts for mountain sports. They're so much more effective than gloves. Gloves, of course, have got dexterity in their favour. They're really perfect for using your fingers on finer jobs. But when it comes to pure warmth and when you really need warmth, mitts, they just can't be beaten. I've used the Kappa Mitts for quite a few years now and really like them. They've rescued me in some situations where gloves aren't working, it's really cold, very windy, and I'm really beginning to get a lot of pain in my hands and fingers from the conditions. And it's only when I root around in my rucksack and get the big guns out, the Kappas, that I really settle and are a lot happier and feel safe again. So I'll run through these mitts. First of all, of course, they're synthetic. The Kappa Mitts are synthetic, and that is because they're perfect. They're designed for that area where we've got very cold conditions, could well be made much worse by the wind chill, but also where the conditions are wet. It might be snow, it might be wet snow, might be even raining, but Kappa Mitts cover it. They're not going to be affected by heavy rain and wet conditions, and that's why we started making them, is to give us that area of real benefit of a mitt when things are against you. Most climbers and mountaineers and people in the mountain sports, they carry several pairs of mitts and gloves nowadays. Best practice is to carry 3 to 4 pairs of different types of gloves, usually from thin and light, and maybe gloves dexterous, all the way up to thick and warm, and mitts, particularly mitts. Now these are absolutely superb, and I'll just show you through the details. They're made in Primaloft, of course, and Primaloft is my favourite synthetic wadding. It's Primaloft Gold, and the gold version is so effective at rejecting water and preventing water getting into it. It's got this amazing ability to repel water, and it gives it that advantage that you're looking for. It's a very high lofting Primaloft, a very high lofting wadding. It's quite soft and it can be crushed and packed down. In the old days, a lot of these waddings were stiff and couldn't be packed into a small stuff sack, but nowadays they've got much softer and they can be packed very well. Looking at the details, they're a pre-bent mitt. You can see the shape of them, they're just bent forward a little bit, and that is so you can grab the ski pole or the trekking pole or the ice axe much more comfortably. In terms of dexterity, ice axes, trekking poles, ski poles and jumars, that sort of thing, probably basic carabiners you can handle. After that you can't, you need gloves, or you need to be taking these off. If you're adjusting crampon straps and things, you're probably into needing a pair of lightweight gloves. What can you wear inside them? Well, they're a very simple mitt, so you could use a very basic glove inside, like a lightweight wool glove or a silk glove, something that's really basically to protect your skin and prevent the skin sticking to metalwork, carabiners and so on. You don't want your skin freezing onto them and then having to get damaged. So lightweight wool gloves, that sort of thing, would go inside these. These are made in Drishell Plus. Drishell Plus is a lightweight proofed fabric. It's got a PU coating on it that makes it water resistant. And the front of the palm of the glove is made in Tempest. Tempest is our most robust fabric. Again, it's proofed, it's got a waterproofing quality, but it's very robust and can deal with holding onto axes and holding onto ski poles and crampon and jumars and trekking poles, that sort of thing. Now I'll just put one of these down. It's also got an idiot loop on. It's a great name because if you lose your mitts in the wind, if you drop them and they blow away, or you put them down, forget them, you feel like an idiot. So we've got this idiot loop on. It can be removed. It's just looped on to a little loop on the top of the mitt. But the way it works is it's got a rubber slider on it. You put your hand in the top and then slide this on. It's quite large, so it does allow it for you to do that very easily. The mitt can't be lost now, and that's really useful. And of course the whole thing, including the cord, just goes inside the mitt. Okay, so it's very, very simple. The top of the mitts are Lycra edged, so it just seals out the snow and the cold and so on, seals in the warmth. So very, very functional piece of kit. They pack down very small, they come with a stuff sack, and they pack down tiny. So really very, very happy with Kappas. I always use them. I always take them in the hills in the UK in the winter, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how the weather can turn, particularly when you've got real cold, when you've got wind chill. Your hands are so vulnerable that you almost need a sort of refuge for them, like a sleeping bag. And that's what mitts are really good at. They are a refuge for your hand and getting them warm again, so that you're comfortable and able to crack on. All right, that's the Kappa Mitt. Cheers.